org member. So none of these people, they actually don't get paid. They're given an allowance of $50 a week. They work up to 110 hours a week. Imagine that, 110 hours a week. 110 hours a week and get a $50 allowance. No pay. A $50 allowance. And then they work, like I said, up to 110 hours a week. You work 110 hours a week. They go back to, like I said, I'm going to stop calling it a compound. It's not a compound. It's an apartment building on East Hollywood next to the freeway in sort of a really rundown area. Nothing around there. It's not like they would ever actually leave there. It's a wall around it. And so they're there. When they're not there, when they're not here, they're there. This is the life of a Scientologist Sea Org member. They sign a billion-year contract. So they only have a billion years of this. Just a billion years of this. They come to work for 12 hours or so, 14 hours. I've read reports of some working 20 hours. Remember, they don't get paid, right? Their room and board is apparently their compensation. Like I said, it's a dilapidated building, and who knows what they feed them. But 110 hours a week for $50. And I'll be honest with you, it's not like they actually have anything to do with the $50. They don't go anywhere. They've also separated from their families. So they separated from the world. They don't have access to the internet, no cell phone. They have no idea that they're on TikTok. See, the funny thing is, a lot of times when I'm out here filming, they'll make sure that they wear their masks. So they didn't know I was here tonight, so they don't have their masks on. They usually do that, and I'm pretty sure the reason for it is because they didn't want their faces to be on the internet or on social media so their families can recognize them. And if you look at some of my past videos, you'll see when I do the bus pickup. See, they're always doing this. See this? Boxes. They're always carrying boxes back and forth. I wonder if Shelly's in there. They just if you ever watch them all day long, they go back and forth from this building to this building to this building with boxes. It's just, so yeah, they're separated from their family. They have no access to the internet, working 110 hours a week, getting $50 a week in pay. They can't leave. If they do leave, they're harassed. And so, here's where we're at. It's sort of a sad life. They all look the same, dress the same. They sleep 4 to 6 per room. So imagine that. These grown men and women, very grown, sleeping on bunk beds in 4 to 6 per room. But they only have a billion years left of it. After a billion years, they become free agents, and then they can move on. So a lot of them have about, I would say, 999,980 years left. Some have a little bit more, some have a little bit less. Here they come out the gate. So this is what it's life is, the life of a Sea Org member. But just do note that usually when they come to the bus, they usually have masks on. Tonight they kind of got caught without them. So you see, it's really not COVID related. It's all about hiding their identities. Why do you have to hide their identities from their loved ones? Why do you have to separate your members from their loved ones? Oh God, here comes this guy. He's just always trouble. I need you to behave tonight, man. I need you really to behave. Just behave, man. I'm not even talking.
All right.
Just be pleasant. I'm just documenting.
What are you documenting exactly?
Scientology.
Isn't it boring for you at this point to film people getting on the bus?
I don't find it. No, actually, I think it's pretty informative.
Okay.
But I just want to be pleasant. I don't feel like arguing tonight. I was in the middle of a jog.
Okay.
But I'm documenting that. So
Well, I appreciate you don't want to argue.
I don't want to argue. I really don't. Really, seriously.
Okay, good.
This guy, me and you used to have a pleasant relationship at one time, sort of.
I don't have a problem with you, man.
All right. I talked about your nose ring that one time. You got all bent out of shape. I just thought it was funny. I just didn't picture you being the guy with the nose ring. That's all. I mean, another time we probably will argue, but not tonight.
We don't have to argue, William.
We don't have to. We don't want to argue.
I mean, I know. It's usually, quite honestly, the reason the argument started the other night is because that guy, what's his name, Andy Knapp, the other security guard, the guy who kind of looks like a penguin, he came over and started hassling me. I wasn't even saying anything.
I think he maybe just judged it based on how you normally react.
Well, I mean, listen, I have had times where I have been loud. I just thought it was, I'll be honest, it's interesting, so I react a certain way. But as long as you guys are pleasant, I'll be pleasant.
I will always be pleasant.
There we go.
You.
It works. I saw that I saw one of your, a poster of you wearing like a burgundy vest or whatever. I just thought that was interesting. All right, well, you take care. You have a good one. He's got the special vest on. I think that vest is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I do like it. It's actually perfect for this time of year too.
Yeah. I like your shoes.
You like my shoes? Yeah.
Really cool.
Trying to get ready for the LA Marathon, but I gotta drop about 20 pounds.
Do you run LA Marathon?
Oh yeah, I run it. I didn't run it last year, but I run it most years. If I can, I'll try to do the what is it, Beach City Marathon or down in, but that's in February. I don't know if I'll be ready. I broke my foot in June, so.
Broke your foot? How'd you break your foot?
Somebody's dog. Somebody was walking with their dog, and I tried to jump off the curb and kind of landed funny. So. See, we're all friends tonight. Like I said, I can't guarantee it always. Frank gets me worked up. I'm not gonna lie. When I had that time with that incident with you that time, it was because of Frank. Frank came over just trying to bull bait me.
Yeah, you were a bit loud.
I was talking. I was, but I wasn't being too loud. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Take care, man. Just gotta give him the flashlight one. There we go. See how civil I am? Up. Just in time. Just in time, otherwise I might have to spend the night here. You see how civil I am tonight? I am only civil. I mean, I'm always civil, but usually somebody gets me escalated. I started doing this right here. I'm gonna explain a story. So you see this doorway right here? So this is all, it's like an office building. And I was here, it was like a Saturday night at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. And the police had some guys pull over right here. At one point, I believe they had their guns pulled. They were pulling them out and searching the car. And the only way I could actually get a view of it was right here, standing right here, which was by their door. And they had a shit fit. They told me to get away from their door, that I'm creating a fire hazard. It was 11 o'clock on a Saturday night on a side entrance of a building, of an office building. Like, who the fuck is gonna be here at that time, right? No one. And so they kept on coming out the door and then purposely trying to bump into me. And I couldn't understand why they were just being jackasses as I was just right here filming. And they just kept on trying to bump me. They kept on trying to bump me. Security guard came out and told me I had to leave. And I told him, who do you think you are? It's a sidewalk. At a certain point, he told me to suck his something. And then they kept on appealing to the police that they're going to tell the police on me. I told them the cops are right there. Why don't you say it to them? They're right there. You know what? They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do a damn thing. I know every one of those cops, and they would not do a damn thing. See, the thing is Scientology, the Church of Scientology, and LAPD have a super close relationship. It's been going on for years. Became super tight under Captain Palka at the Hollywood division, and he covered up a lot of their sexual crimes. a lot of their just crimes in general. He covered them up. Oh, don't run from me. Oh, why do they run like that? Come on, now you're on look, run. Scatter, run like roaches. We're on Hollywood Boulevard and you're running from people like that? So silly. So anyway, we had a big fight and they kept on appealing to the cops and they said they were going to file a report on me for what? For what? Standing in front of your building? And the security guards kept on referring to it as their building, their sidewalk. And I'm like, you guys really think you own these things around here? You must not know my reputation because I'm kind of an activist out here. And the LAPD, I'll be honest with you, I've beaten down the Hollywood LAPD so badly that I knew they didn't want any smoke. But anyway, so their relationship, the Scientology and LAPD, dates back to Captain Palco of the Hollywood division. Like I said, he covered up a lot of their sexual assaults and just a lot of their crimes in general. Like I said before, he also helped cover up Les Moonves's sexual crimes, and I believe he's under investigation right now by the New York State Attorney General because of that. So they've been very close, and if you see the Hollywood cops, particularly the senior lead officers, they have a super close relationship with the Church of Scientology. They're always coming to their aids. Aside from that, they'll always come to their aid, and aside from that, isn't this thing just weird? Look at that. Just look at this place. Look how, they had that wall. Why didn't they build a wall to the top? Why did they put a little partition in? Right? It's like, you can see it's like one big ballroom, but they put the partition. They just don't want anybody seeing inside on the other side. Everything's secretive. It's like, hey, join this life, but it's super secretive and we don't want to let anybody know anything about it. Doesn't that sound amazing? And you can work 110 hours a week and make $50. And separated from your family. You have no access to TikTok. Imagine that. But you can get a chance to look at this goober. Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at him. Look at him. Kind of like a Neanderthal, right? Looks like he drools. That's Elron. That's their Messiah. So remember, they said that Zenu is actually going to come back. He's going to run from the Galactic Confederacy. Zenu from the Galactic Confederacy is going to come back and he's going to enslave us. You hear me? Zenu from the Galactic Confederacy is going to come back and enslave us using what? Using telepathy. That's what they said. Elron, the teachings of these guys said that Zenu, the guy who froze a billion people over in another galaxy many millions of years ago. Froze them, put them on DC-7 aircraft. The reason we froze them is because there was overpopulation. And they had to get rid of a billion people. So he froze them, put them on DC-7 aircraft millions of years ago. Imagine that, a DC-7 plane, which I imagine they've only been around for I don't know how many years, but let's safe to say less than 100. But yeah, a million years ago, they were going to come over, they brought them over on DC-7 airplanes, these popsicle people, and dumped them in a volcano. And after they dumped them in the volcano, they dropped an atomic bomb on the volcano, right? Now bear with me, that's what they believe, Scientology. Keep in mind, this is the highest level. Like most of these people right here don't even know this yet. You have to work your way up level by level, paying tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to work up to the higher levels, only to learn about this story about Zenu. You know, I mean, wouldn't you feel so cheated? Wouldn't you be like, okay, man, I'm finally going to get the truth. Finally, here it comes. I spent $300,000, lay it on me, and they open up a box and they show you some papers and they're talking about Zenu and the popsicle people and dropping the popsicle people in a volcano and dropping an atomic bomb on it. This all happened in Hawaii. And then their spirits rose up, and then I guess they captured their spirits and spun them around. And then the spirits went flying. These spirits are called Thetans, and they went flying out all over Earth, and they've attached to us. They're attached to us. And they say these spirits are attached to us, and we have to try to remove those spirits from us. And so they work through all these different stages, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars to finally remove the spirits. And notice I said hundreds of thousands of dollars. You got to pay for every step of the way. First step is like $2,500. The second level is $5,000. The next level, $10,000. All the way up to you're like $250,000, $300,000. But remember, all that's added up. And then you open up a box and you learn about Zenu and the popsicle people. Wouldn't you feel cheated? Wouldn't you feel like, what the hell? I want my money back. All right, I want my money back. Where's my money at? But you're too roped in. You gave up your family. You gave up your friends. You gave up everything. You gave up everything for this guy. So then, like I said, this guy says that, even though he's long gone, they said that Zenu, who dropped the popsicle people in the volcano, he's part of the Galactic Confederacy. He's gonna come back to enslave us. But there's only one person who can help us, and that's this guy. He's coming back. They said Elrond's coming back, and Elrond's gonna save us from Zenu. Hell of a story, isn't it? Hell of a story. So this guy right here, right? I'll be honest with you, some severe mental illness. And he was a science fiction writer. And I gotta tell you, I mean, this is a story straight out of science fiction, but like I was saying, it's one thing, you go and see it in a movie. It sounds like a bad movie. Sounds like a really bad movie. But then to say, you know what, you hear that, you say, you know what, I'm going to give my life to them. Man, this is it, man. This is the truth. I found it. This guy right here. This guy. He told me the truth. And because of him, I'm giving everything up, giving up my family, friends, society. I'm going to work 110 hours a week. Moving papers around. Let's go see what they're doing around here. Work 110 hours a week, moving papers around. Just being secretive, honestly, just really looks like a miserable life, right? And like I said, they own a lot of property around here. This building, it's just, everything's sort of empty. Everything's sort of empty. And it's because they're running out of money. They're going broke. They've lost a good percentage of their members over the last 2 years, ever since Leah Remini's series came out and her work continuing. And then you have some of the other podcasts or whatnot that are really dope. I hear talking. I hear chatter. Let's see what they're talking about. Oh, I got them. I thought I had the chatter going on. I thought they had the conversation. Look at them. You know what they're going to do? So these guys are known for harassing the victims. And they've known that if you leave the Church of Scientology, they're going to harass the hell out of you. I got to tell you, I'm going to get to a point they're going to be like, man, I'm leaving. I'll deal with whatever harassment, because this guy William, he's driving me crazy. He's driving me absolutely insane. So that's where we're at with these guys. They were behind the fence. So I guess they're waiting for the next bus to come. They're gonna go back to the compound. I gotta stop calling it the compound. It's a little shitty apartment building. They're gonna go back to the little shitty apartment building, sleep 4 to 6 per room in bunk beds. And I guess they read Dianetics and look at Elrond's. You ever see Elrond's writings? My God. Oh, I guess they were taking a break. Boy, you're not allowed to take breaks. You got 110 hours to do. 110 hours to do. You can't take breaks. So they were trying to sneak. I might have got them in trouble. They were trying to sneak. They were trying to take a breather. But no, you got 110 hours to do and a billion years left. After that, you could get as many breaks as you want. Oh, who's this? Oh, they got a car coming out of there. Hey, let's go look in there. Let's go take a look. They hate when you look in there. Let's go take a look. It's always like a little rabbit hole. Oh. What a life. Remember, they don't live in their own houses. They all live in a shared living space. Except this guy, this must be a higher ranking person, because they got an actual car. So they've got to be a higher ranking person. See how fast that gate closed? My God. They don't fuck around, man. These guys, they don't fuck around. Super secretive. Super. Incredibly secretive. Oh, they're making the blipping sound. Not the blipping sound. Uh-oh. There we go. There you go. Close it up. Secretive. Get the high fences. I don't know. I wonder, is Shelly back there? It's a bus. So anyway, I didn't feel like arguing with those security guards tonight. Next time, maybe. I mean, I want to ask these people some questions. I doubt they'll answer, but I want them to know that people are asking them questions. I don't want people to, you know, they get by on the perception that they're scary and they'll harass you. I want to break that perception because they're nothing. I'll be honest with you, these guys are just, like I said, they're getting a lot of mileage off of the perception. There's very little actual doing. You know, I come out here chest to chest against these people and it's nothing. What do they do? What are they going to do? What are you going to do? Have your little meetings or whatever. Talk it out. There's not much you can do. So honestly, they got to the point now when I go down to where they recruit. You know, I had it out with Angel last week. He kept on arguing about Dianetics and some bullshit. And I just told him that, you know, people out here don't like you. They don't like Scientologists. People don't. See, they're told that they're loved. Their leader tells them that they're loved, that the whole world loves them. And so when you tell them that, you know, and actually people think you're the absolute pits. People think you're just an absolute mess. You're disgusting. They're surprised by that. And I noticed ever since then, you know, he was a little butthurt by it, but oh well. And ever since then, it's clear that they've been told, do not engage with him in any way. Because they don't want to get any information. No, and quite honestly, I couldn't get through to Angel anyway. He's a true believer. I know some people like him, whatever. I think he's an absolute jerk, and he's a hardcore believer. There's never, I think any of these security guards, I think if you are working as Scientology security, you're hardcore to begin with, you know? And like I said, a lot of times their security work isn't done. They're not trying to protect their members. They're trying to keep their members from leaving. To keep control of them. The security is always ordering them around. But I sense that Scientology security realizes what they're doing is a losing battle. There's not much they can do about this. My whole goal is, again, to show that they're a paper tiger, but also encourage other people to confront them and ask questions and document them. And to show people, because I get a lot of questions. People ask me, you know, what the hell is Scientology? And, you know, it's hard to keep on answering it over and over again. So I want to make sure that it's known. Look at them. Look at them. I'm waving back. At least she's pleasant. So I just want to encourage other people to do this, to ask questions, to look at what their teachings say. I mean, come on now, look at this guy. I can't get over this guy. I'm not letting this guy lead me anywhere. I'm just not. Come on now, look at that. Look at him. What a goober. Look, I'm telling you, doesn't he look like he drools? He looks like he's drooling all over himself. That's L. Ron Hubbard. Hey, you want to see a picture of him in real life? Let me show you a real life picture. This guy, L. Ron. Let me see if I can pull one up. Let's see a picture of L. Ron Hubbard in real life. This guy, he was an absolute mess. Hold on, trying to pull up a picture of this guy. This guy is something, man, I'm telling you. I don't know how anybody could actually look at him and be like, you know what? This is a guy, he's got it. He's got the truth. That's L. Ron Hubbard. That's their Messiah. It's the guy who's going to come back and save the world and save us from enslavement. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this slob. Look at this guy. What a mess. What an absolute mess. And they said, you know what, man? He's going to save us. This guy. Look at him. Look at that dope. My God. It's L. Ron Hubbard, guys. Unbelievable. I'm going to give my life to him. They gave their life to him. I'm going to tell you, they gave their life to him. And you know what? You ever read some of his writings? Let me show you some of his writings, right? So a lot of these people here that, you know, were getting on that bus, you know, I don't know what level they're on. Some of them are pre-OT. Some of them are in the lower levels. But let's go and show you, like, the second level. Remember, it goes up to 8 levels, right? Let me just show you what you're learning in these levels. That they say, you know what, man? This is some good shit, man. I give my life to this, man. I finally found the truth. And because of that, so it's just look at their Bible, right? Listen, I can read this to you. I don't know what the fuck it's talking about. I don't know what you're trying to say, man. What is this? You spend thousands of dollars and you handed this and be like, see, learn this. What are you supposed to do with this? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? This is L. Ron's teachings. L. Ron, that guy right there. L. Ron. So, and then, I don't know, man. I don't know what he's trying to do here. What is this? We must survive. We mustn't survive. We should survive. We shouldn't survive. Wait, what is this, man? We can survive. We can't survive. All must survive. All mustn't survive. All should survive. All shouldn't survive. All can survive. All can't survive. What the fuck is he saying here, man? Come on now. What's the point of this? What is this, man? What is this? Is it like some fucking English class or something? I don't know, man. I don't know. And then, you know, you go on to some of his other teachings here. You know, this is L. Ron. It says the house, 9 p.m. trillions for, what is he? I don't know what he's talking about. I should create, I shouldn't create, I must create. You see this guy, he's just blabbering. That's the guy right there, that guy right there. L. Ron. L. Ron. L. Ron. Look at this. To hate is to love is to hate, to hinder is to help is to hinder, to disbelieve is to believe is to disbelieve. What the fuck is he talking about? Come on, can somebody tell me? Anybody? This guy right here, L. Ron. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Come on now. Yeah, let me just do some other stuff, man. Because I'm telling you, man, you look at it, like, here, he's explaining it. Man, remember, this is their Bible. Let me zoom out. This is their Bible. What do you want? I'm not going to read this. I'll just let you look because I don't know what the hell to say about this. I don't even know what is this, man? What is this? What is this, man? I can't take this. That's L. Ron. L. Ron, some more. This is their Bible, man. This is the Bible. What the fuck is it talking about, man? I don't know. My God, man. My God. And so these people have given their lives to this. They've given their lives to this. Yeah, let me find you some more stuff, right? You know, and so here we go with this one. He says, to stop a receiving mind is to invent a rejected mind. Explosion. Look. Explosion, guys, explosion. What the fuck is he talking about? Invent an informed mind to stop a denied mind. Explosion. Stop a bright mind to invent a dim mind. Explosion. Invent a filled mind to stop an exhausted mind. Explosion. Stop a kept mind to invent an expanded mind. What are you talking about, L. Ron? I need answers, man. I need answers. What is this? What is it? I don't know what this means, man. I don't know what this means, man. You know, listen, man, I'm not a religious person in any way. I read any other book, I'd be like, okay, this is a really boring story. But this right here, what the fuck is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about, man. I swear to God, I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about, right? Let's look a little bit some more. Stop a receiving body to invent a rejected body. Explosion. Invent an informed body to stop a denied body. Explosion. He loves the explosion stuff. This guy is always talking about explosion. I think it has something to do with that Zenu dropping the people in the popsicle people in the volcano, and then they dropped an atomic bomb, so the whole explosion. I don't know, man. I know that this guy needed help, and he said, you know what? I am so tired of you people telling me that I am out of my mind. I'm sick of it. You try to institutionalize me. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm starting my own stuff. I'm writing my own book. I'm writing my own science. I'm creating my own science. And they create their own science, and then people start buying it because, you know, it was a weird time. And they said, man, fuck it. I mean, I'm going to start my whole religion. It's going to be a whole religion. I'm going to do a whole religion. And people are going to follow me. Me, you know, his little space. It's weird because it's a combination of like space and like Navy. It's his space Navy. I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing. He bought a cruise ship, which is like, they're like sort of not headquarters, but they're symbolic headquarters. But they're so broke they had to beach it because not seaworthy. They can't afford the fuel. There's a tiny little decrepit boat. And so that, yeah, they're hurting. And listen, they deserve to hurt because what are they talking about here? What was this guy talking about? How did it get this far? How did we let this get this far? He needed help. All these people need help. So I think they really play off of people who have some sort of mental health issues, who need some help. And he says, nah, man, all you need is my book, my teachings. It'll make sense to you, right? And I mean, it makes sense to them because, I mean, let's be honest with you, they're kind of going crazy. It makes sense to them. So them, then, you know, they said, okay, it's absolutely makes total sense. You know, and so, you know, you want to look at some more? You want to look at some more? Explosion. Stop a beginning mask to invent an ended mass. Explosion. Invent a near mass to stop a far mass. Come on, man. What is this, man? What is the point of all this? How do you come read this and you say to yourself, you know what, man? Everything's making sense now. Like, this is giving me direction in life. Now I know where I need to, you know, what do you do with this? So they, you know, they work 110 hours, they're exhausted, and they got to go and read this stuff. You just read this, they go back to their apartment building, sleep 4 to 6 in a room in bunk beds. Maybe they, I don't know, I always picture them sleeping upside down, hanging from something. And then they go and they read this stuff. L. Ron. They give up everything for this. And so they don't tell you about this. They say, hey, you know what? Come on in and sign up for a free personality test. They're trying to get you in there, ask you all these questions about themselves so they know how to, you know, push the buttons the right way to get you hooked. To find a way to actually make you susceptible to this horse shit. I mean, this is, come on now. Stop a receiving thought to invent a rejected thought. Explosion. Invent an informed thought to stop a denied thought. Man, come on, man. Come on, people. Come on, get out of there, man. Get out of there. This is no good. What is it? I don't even know. Let me scroll forward even further. It gets to a certain point. Like, this stuff is like scribble. I see this type of writing out here in Hollywood, but it's usually on the sidewalks or on the side of buildings or on, you know, people just writing. People who are not doing well just writing on the ground. You know, this guy right here, like this guy, Elron, just, they need to put some drool right there. And look at that with the goofy waterfall in the background. What is it? What is it? It does. It looks like a funeral home. I don't know, man. These weird ceilings. You know, they've got the 1980s cocaine ceilings. And they got this cheap partition wall. You know, working all those hours, putting all those hours in. They put in so many hours for this goofy. There they come. Oh, look, they saw me coming. Look, they give them little hand gestures. I'm here. My God. My God, they give them little hand gestures. They tightened up. They made sure it was locked. I like it. I like it. I like it. That's how it needs to be. Because they always trying to scare people, have them shook. I like the fact that I got y'all shook. Oh, look, there you go. Look at the bags. There they go. There's Shelly. That's Shelly. That's Shelly. Oh, they got, look. Come on now. What are they doing? Come on now. Tell me this isn't suspicious. What is all this? Come on now. What is in the bags? What's in the bags? Hey guys, what's in the bags? What's in the bags? Where's Shelly at? Is that Shelly in there? I swear to God, is that Shelly? That better not be Shelly. Come on now, the bags? Come on now. Oh, there's this guy. Look at him filming me. I love it. I love it. And it's not lost on me that there's some parked cars over here with their engine running with your blacked out windows. Like, that means a fucking thing. That don't mean nothing, buddy. Stuff like that don't scare me, man. You must not know anything about me if you think that stuff scares me. You better check my past and my history, my reputation, your little goofy car. I got plenty of ops out here. Anyway, y'all, I was in the middle of a jog. I'm a little sweaty. I'm gonna get out of here. And I'll see you next time. Say bye to Elron. Say bye, Elron. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that goober. Elron Hubbard. My God. My God.